Aries Spears is having what might genuinely be his worst week of his career. At this point, it's hard not to feel at least a little sympathy, because the hits just keep coming from every direction. What started as a solid run with Vlad TV has completely unraveled in the span of about 5 days. And you know things have gone sideways when Corey Holcomb is the one holding you accountable, and the internet is actually siding with Corey. Corey appeared on the Poll Report podcast recently, and he had some things to say about Aries Spears that a lot of people hadn't heard before. His core argument was straightforward. Aries is talented, no question, but that talent has a ceiling. He's exceptional at impressions, but according to Corey, once you've sat through 15 minutes of the Arnold Schwarzenegger bit, the novelty wears off fast, and people start wondering when the real comedy is going to show up. But the moment that really stopped people in their tracks was when Corey shifted from professional criticism to personal territory. He didn't dance around it. He came right out and asked why Aries never addresses what's actually going on in his own life. And then he put it plainly, raising the question of a domestic incident involving Aries and his wife.
And you said something about Aries Spears. Look, I said, Aries Spears ass do a lot of shock comedy. His ass was talking about Ryan Davis better than so many people because other than that, you won't watch Aries Spears. See, Aries Spears can do impersonations real good. But when you come to the comedy club, after about 15 minutes of that, people be like, all right, what else you got? And he ain't gonna talk about his life. Aries is embarrassed of his life. You told me what happened with you and Aries. Yeah. Almost everybody got stories like that about Aries. But Aries, I don't understand why you don't talk about your life. Why did you take a bat to your wife?
Now, Corey can be unpredictable, so I wasn't just gonna take his word for it. I went and looked this up myself, and what I found was hard to ignore. Back in 2013, when Aries Spears' wife filed for divorce, court documents contained serious allegations. According to those filings, just 4 days after she filed, he allegedly swung a baseball bat at her in what the documents described as a near-fatal incident. On top of that, the restraining order that followed included claims of abuse toward the children as well. Now here's where it gets interesting. When a man is falsely accused of something that serious, something that could destroy his reputation, his career, his relationship with his kids, the typical response is to fight back hard. You lawyer up, you challenge every claim, you make it clear you're not going quietly. Aries didn't do that. He agreed to surrender full physical and legal custody of his son. He agreed to stay 100 yards away from his family. No drawn-out legal battle, no public denial, just compliance. And that's the part people can't get past. Because if those allegations were fabricated, walking away from your own child isn't how an innocent person usually responds. You only accept terms like that when fighting back means putting evidence in front of a judge that you'd rather keep buried. That's not a good look. And right now, people are paying attention.
He took a bat to his wife?
Yeah. Why you Aries? Talk about what you really been through.
God.
What kind of charges you got when it comes to youngsters?
Oh, shit.
You don't talk about that. The reason you could never be a good comedian, Aries, this is my opinion, because you scared to tell the people who you really are. You up. But yo, check it out. This is the doctor in Corey Holcomb. I'm trying to help. We all up. I ate a ass not too long ago. I know something wrong with me. Why don't you tell? That's what I pay to go see you if you tell the truth about who you are. And that's my lesson to all you comics. You can't hide. We see you moist. You moist.
God. Yeah.
I'm just getting to you,
And
man.
Aries stood me up, goddammit.
You told me.
Listen, what the man, look, I'm gonna read you. Listen.
That's when you hit me that
day. Yeah, he was.
Do you know I'm so glad I came here? See, I got some text messages with Aries when he was begging to do my show, but I ain't put him out there. But if he keep talking, I'm gonna put it out there. But you got some right now, right?
Yeah, like, man, come through. Come through this. I said, oh, he okay?
Straight hope.
You know what, man? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He ghosted you.
He did.
Yeah, he just ghosted.
But he was like, he was in, throw me like 200 and I drive there in Auburn Hill. I threw him the 200. Look what he just said. That's it.
This is my actual voice. This is me. So you're not being bamboozled. Break bread and let's get it.
But let's be clear, none of this means Corey Holcomb gets a free pass. This is the same man who was caught on camera striking a woman outside a comedy club. And if that weren't enough, he's also gone on record on a podcast casually discussing countries where the age of consent is as low as 13, and not in a critical way. So make no mistake, this isn't a story about a hero exposing a villain. This is more like a collision between two deeply troubling track records. The difference right now is that Aries Spears has somehow managed to hand Corey Holcomb the moral high ground. Take a moment to actually process that. That's how badly things have gone for him this week. And it doesn't stop there, because the financial picture that's emerging makes it even more uncomfortable to watch. We all saw Aries sitting across from Vlad, talking about himself like a living legend, complaining that a $4,000 interview appearance fee wasn't worth his time. He was practically demanding what he called body money, implying his presence alone commands top dollar. Then the same podcast revealed that around that same period, Aries was privately reaching out to a show with barely 1,000 subscribers, asking for a $200 appearance fee. $200. The gap between the image he was selling and the reality he was living is what's making people cringe the most right now.
Like, he just came at me crazy. Like, he asked me, and I was like, FaceTime me so I know it's really you and I ain't getting bamboozled.
Hold on. He told you 200.
Yeah.
Hey, Vlad, you gave that 3,800 too much. Get it out for peanuts, dog.
So on one hand, you're publicly watching other people's pockets, demanding $25,000 from Vlad like you're a top-tier commodity, and on the other, you're quietly sliding into a basement podcast's DMs, hoping to lock down a couple $100. That contradiction alone tells the whole story. He had a guaranteed $4,000 a month sitting right in front of him, steady, reliable, and he walked away from it because he wanted to perform like he was too big for the room. That's not ambition, that's pride eating itself. A classic textbook crash out. And then came what I can only describe as the warrior spirit saga. Fresh off being let go, Aries jumped on Instagram in full gladiator mode. He called out Vlad directly, challenging him to a face-to-face debate and offered to do it for free. Now, Vlad has never once turned down free content in his life, so naturally he accepted on the spot. He sent Aries the link and told him to show up. That's when the gladiator disappeared. Aries said he needed 48 hours to think it over. Vlad gave him the time. When those 48 hours were up, Vlad followed up, and Aries responded with 3 words. Nah, I'm good. The man who came out breathing fire on Instagram couldn't bring himself to sit down for a conversation he personally requested. That's not a warrior, that's a bluff that got called.
Aries Spears got fired because he was pocket watching Boosie.
Yeah.
He brought it to the public. I never was going to mention it. I talked my and he responded. He goes, yo, I'm a warrior and I will come and do the show for free. But you're a coward. You're not going to do it, Vlad.
He sent this to you.
He posted it on his Instagram. We'll play the clip.
Okay.
He said, I'll come do the show for free.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Aries Spears here. Listen, man, I said I wasn't going to address this because I didn't feel like I really needed to. But I'm going to address it because the warrior-like spirit in me that's an Aries, because that's my zodiac, is fighting it. But I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it. I'll come on your show one more time for free. You ain't got to pay me shit. And we could talk about it right then and there so we could get the truth. Because there's 3 sides to the truth. Your story, my story, and the truth. So don't be a coward. Bring me back and let's go through it.
This man made a public challenge.
Made a public challenge. I thought about it. I said, cool. I like free. I'm Jewish. So I posted a video accepting his challenge and I texted him. And 2 days ago, I sent him the actual video and I said, I'm accepting your offer to debate this in person. Let's see if you're man enough to actually do it. Now, he responded to me in the text. He said, I'll let you know within 48 hours if that's okay, or will that piss you off too, and there'll be a part 3 of your video.
That was a whole response.
I said 48 hours is fine.
Yeah, that was a whole response.
He made a video announcing this whole 48 hours thing.
I saw that.
Vlad hit me up and he said to me, will you come back on my show like you said you would so we could address this face to face, mano y mano? And I told him, let me think about it. Give me 48 hours and I'll have an answer for you.
So yesterday, 48 hours was up. I texted him. I said, 48 hours are up. What are we doing? His response was, nah, I'm good. So I responded to him. I said, not surprised.
Aries Spears got fired for watching other people's pockets, and then Vlad laid out exactly how the whole thing unfolded. According to Vlad, Aries went public with the challenge first. He posted a video on Instagram where he said, "Yo, what up? It's your boy, Aries Spears. Listen, I said I wasn't going to address it because I didn't feel like I needed to, but the warrior spirit in me, that's Aries, my zodiac, is fighting it, so I'm going to try to be a gentleman about it. I'll come on your show one more time for free. You don't have to pay me, and we can talk about it right then and there to get to the truth. Because there are 3 sides to every story, your side, my side, and the truth. So don't be a coward. Bring me back and let's go through it." Vlad's response was immediate. He said he accepted without hesitation because, in his words, he's never turned down free. He posted a video accepting the challenge publicly, then followed up by texting Aries directly with the offer in writing. Aries texted back asking for 48 hours to decide. Vlad agreed. When the time was up, Vlad followed up with one simple question: "What's the answer?" Aries replied, "Nah, I'm good." Vlad simply responded, "Not surprised." He talked like a warrior, then tucked the moment Vlad actually called his bluff. Even Charleston White, who had initially shown some sympathy toward Aries, flipped after watching him dodge the confrontation and came right out and called him a coward. The reality is, Aries was stuck either way. Show up for free after demanding top dollar and you look desperate. Back out after making the challenge publicly and you look like a fraud. There was no clean exit, and he chose the one that confirmed every criticism being leveled at him. And if that wasn't enough, private messages started leaking. Someone shared a DM exchange where Aries was apparently flexing on a random person, asking how much they make annually, and claiming he personally pulls in $3 million a year telling jokes. But here's the problem with that claim. Men making $3 million a year don't take $200 video call bookings. They also don't have their BMW sitting in the shop for extended periods because the repair bill is out of reach. Going to war with Vlad was the move that unraveled everything. What could have stayed a quiet professional disagreement turned into an open invitation for every interviewer and commentator in the industry to pick apart his life, his finances, and his credibility. And that's exactly what's been happening ever since.
And he said, whatever makes you feel good. And that was the end of our talk.
He just showed America what a cowardly black man looked like.
He called me out.
That's a man that turned coward. Because if I make you an offer publicly, and I go make a video, because it takes a lot of time and energy for me to push live and say the things that I want to say in a zit video. And if you say, okay, I accept this, I don't need 48 hours to think about it. I propose this to you. That's what the need to do. The hoe got to ponder on it, on her decision making. A man doesn't waver in his decision making, right?
Right.
If he was smart and intelligent, and this whole thing was about money, he could have made double what he was asking for had he came back and sat down and y'all talked it out like he proposed. He would have made double.
Yeah.
And it would have opened more doors for him to go make money over there to talk about what it was like to have to come down and sit down with your warrior spirit and have the facts and the truth, and you and Vlad hash it out publicly for free. It was like performing at the Super Bowl. On the back end, he would have made quadruple.
Man, listen, I've seen so many videos where he's like, yo, people come up to me, say I'm the GOAT, say I'm the legend, you can never say that again after this.
Nah.
Nah, that's it. You will forever be mid-tier. That name Aries has to go also. The God of War.
It's Ariel.
Ariel Spears, the Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid.
He tucked his tail as a man.
Yeah, man.
That finally get to call a Jewish man out, to get to call the culture vulture. We get to go toe to toe over an issue with facts. This was everybody's dream to do, and he fumbled the ball.
He fumbled the ball, man. And let me play you something. This is actually kind of interesting. No one's heard this before, right? But someone sent it to me because if y'all remember, he was doing podcasts saying, yeah, Vlad pays me 5 figures. I get 5 figures to talk my do Vlad. He gets 4,000. That's a low 4 figures.
Yeah.
He just lies his off. Let me play something for you.
Throughout the comedy space, everybody say he's a dickhead and hard to work with. Everybody say that in the comedy space. And I've been in the space for what, three years now. Yeah, nah, Warrior, you was supposed to sit down with the Jew and make him bow down. He made you tuck your tail, so now we don't know how. Yeah. You can't make him look untouchable.
This is a message that was sent to someone that was actually beefing with him over DMs.
Yeah.
This is how sensitive he is. He's actually beefing with people over DMs. And this is what he sent this dude.
Hey, Joseph, how much money you make a year? That's a sincere question. How much money you make a year? Because I make $3 million a year telling jokes. How much you make